So, hello, I'm Annie. Welcome back, whatever I'm doing right now. And it took a little couple of days, okay, 2 days to be precise, for me to return to A Link to the Past. I was supposed to return 2 days ago, but life happened. And also, I needed to write and I needed to focus on the thesis a bit, so that's also a good fair point. Today I'm deciding to have a small break because Bunny Day in Animal Crossing. So that's really good. So I'm able to just, well, but basically I'm just brainstorming right now. I like, not brainstorming, but like basically re-analyzing the thought that I have right now, so it makes easier to write whenever I'm sit again with the. So quickly, just no, let's go. Like what last time? What did I did? What did I do? Oh yeah, I forgot that this is A Link to the Past. Alright, so basically, I started the Hyrule Castle, saved Zelda, then got the information from that I need to go to village to find Sahamama, and then I met him. Apparently, he is the descendant of wise men. Yes, and he told me to go to Eastern Palace, so I'm able to collect the Pendant of Courage, because that is needed for Master Sword. Now I have collected that, so I need to go and speak with Sahararasahan and tell him that I collected the pendant. Which one should I go? Which one? Well, last time I went through, because I went south side, so now I go north side, so let's go Sanctuary. Because I'm also able to... Oh yeah, and I collected Bow. Thank you. So, Zelda, did you heal me? Neat. I did not know that you fully heal if you... Okay. You should follow the marks Elder made on your map when you explore. If you don't know what to do next, do it anyway. If you defeat the wizard, the soldiers may regain their sanity. Go, seek the pendants. Alright. I'm actually happy that... Ah, yeah, because I'm part of the dungeon. Well, currently I'm not able to showcase how to return to the dungeon. Because... Well, I'm showing that because that is really relevant information for what when someone is deciding to play randomizer. Right now, hooray! Oh, there's one pendant. Neat. The second pendant should be here. Good. You did not mark. Ah, and Master Sword is in the corner. Yeah, good. So Master Sword being in the forest and Breath of the Wild having Master Sword being in the forest is really nice touch, and it was kind of like a nostalgic trip on that sense. Ooh, I need to check if one of the paper, like there was 2 Breath of the Wild oriented papers. I need to check if they mentioned that how sending, because basically after like Ocarina of Time established more or less that Master Sword should be in Temple of Time or something close to it. Hence, in the Wind Waker, Master Sword became a thing. Like in Wind Waker, it's well underneath Hyrule Castle. Ooh, sorry for spoilers. But I had my own theories about that as well. Stay tuned. When I watch the Wind Waker when that is released. And then Twilight Princess had basically forest, Temple of Time in the forest. Ooh. And Seal Temple in Skyward Sword is in Skyloft, yeah, but then it drops down in like a goddess statue drops down to the sealed temple, and according to this beauty, but where are you? You made it. Where actually? Oh, you are here. Temple of Time. The only entrance to Sacred Realms, Temple of Light. The Temple of Time shares the same name as the temple in the Leneri desert of the era of the goddess Hylia. It is thought that Rauru built the Temple of Time directly over the ruins of the Sealed Temple. So that is the connection here. So, Breath of the... no, I don't remember how A Link to the Past decided to... Oh, well, that's why I have A Link Between Worlds. That's why I have the encyclopedia, and I will check that one up. Not relevant necessarily for my thesis analyzing purposes, but Breath of the Wild was the first game since A Link to the Past to just take Master Sword back to its original spot. And I actually... Oh, good. Enjoyed that touch. I enjoyed that touch. So basically retconning in one way. And there's also a good way for me to jump back to the... Ooh. Retconning parts of the conversation. Because like, no, I rechecked Friendal's retcon. I rechecked Clover's retcon. I rechecked... no, I then found Proctor's retcon and reboot. The issue with the retcon term, like with retcon, when it's just retcon, retroactive continuity. As soon when they keep that, like when they open the abbreviation, so whenever definition focuses on the retroactive continuity part, so the big long term, then it is vague enough. Like it's just something has been changed, modified, removed, added after the initial setup, basically, and that. Nothing else, nothing more. As soon as they shot that back to retcon, it's kind of like Friendal is having that, and Proctor, as far as I noticed, also had that in some other paper. I don't remember right now. But it changes the tone to removing the history, and for like well, yeah, keeping the continuity together, and like should I show why I should? No, I'm already here, and I need to go eat soon. So good. I apparently took damage already. Good. So the thing is with that, like deleting the history, like it never happened. That works fine in those like examples of, I don't know, Buffy apparently was an example in some papers. Some papers had... Oh no, I actually enjoyed that Proctor. I did not know they took basically 20 years for Superman to learn how to fly. So that is a kind of retcon thing in a like from interesting perspective. But mainly what I try to mean that it and I don't actually know. Well, maybe from that perspective as well, like having a continuity where Superman suddenly knows how to fly. You basically need to revise everything before, because it returns to the basically how Dragon Ball, if that should be revised, like that should be revised from like Dragon Ball should acknowledge that Goku is Saiyan. So like if you watch Z and then you go back and watch the original one, for example, Goku trying to drink the super divine water. I read manga in Finnish, but I believe that it's super divine water. So that just like basically, even if Goku survive on that, then there will be also the like, even if it just did not like, there's a Zenkai boost, what I try to mean here, Zenkai boost. So it kind of like nullifies all the tension and build up that scene had. The same goes like basically Piccolo breaking Goku down, and then Goku eating Senzu Bean. That should be enough, right, based on what we learned from Namek Saga and beyond. I will speak with you soon. But that's kind of a thing, like with those kind of history-changing matters, I understand that point. But the issue is that as soon as it enters to Zelda, as soon as it goes here, it or encyclopedia, boom, it just don't fit correctly. Like because the whole series has been focusing on like since A Link to the Past, more or less, even probably beyond, like earlier. But even like an instruction manual, and this is instruction manual states that everything is a legend. And actually now when I start to think of it, you should speak that up also. Oh, you got the Pendant of Courage, of Porridge. Now I will tell you more of the legend. 3 or 4 generations ago, an, an order of knights protected the royalty of the Hylia. These Knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Among the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see, and I believe you. You should get the remaining pendants. And carry this with you. It is a treasure passed down by families of the wise men. I want you to have it. He gives you the Pegasus shoes. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack. Hold the A button for a short time. A helpful item is hidden in the cave on the east side of Hylia. Get it. Hmm. 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 I was actually thinking if that's like if that's mandatory or not. It should be. It should be, but I will destroy myself first to check that. Ah, yeah, that is detached. Pegasus books allows me run. And now I'm able to break walls. And here's 3 chests for randomizer perspective. I don't need them right now. Again. So basically, like even... Alright. So the instruction manual has the term imprisoning war. But you are still speaking about imprisoning war without the terminal, like without the word. That's actually neat, Plum. The point is here, like I need to go far west. Good. Because like yeah, because 3 or 4 generations. I should actually start with like how much is 1 generation? Because I usually hate when like was it like a Wind Waker stating that the events of the sunk Hyrule. Sorry for spoilers again. So sunk Hyrule happened 100 years ago, and that's like a how people forget the existence of and events of. Well, technically, we have the Second World War close to be 100 years ago, and people are not considering that as a real thing. But yeah, I'm here pointing on the map. But I was going to think, well, I will zoom and edit, or doing edit, but no. This is Lake Hylia. East side, so this part of, and you see the whole cave, not part of the, I don't know my lake terminology, but the east side, east, right, northeast corner. Thank you. There's a hole. That hole is basically what he hinted at, because there's really helpful item, and that helpful item, I'm thinking, is that mandatory until it's not mandatory now, but for Turtle Rock, basically spoiling that already, because I stated that like when I started that the boss, like the Turtle Rock boss, give me so huge issues, and I have no recall if I was able to deal damage without magic. That is how I take damage. All right. So, let's go one step ahead. Let's not jump too much, because I need to go here, because this is the thing that I was speaking. Obviously, this is the. Not you. Not you. You. Book house. Because I need to. Oh. How do I get that? You found the Book of Mudora. You can use it to read the ancient language of the Hylia. And this seems like... No, they really went into Hylia being a name of the race instead of goddess. And this is the part of like a... Because the Book of Mudora, based on what... Actually, Encyclopedia, are you helping me? You should, because you have a list of items. And I need to learn my... It's Book of Mudora, so I need to find B. They are alphabetically, so it confuses me. I don't know my alphabets well. Book. Book of Mudora. This book is required to the pitch. The pitch. I almost learned that word. The ancient Hylian language, and is used by past inhabitants of Hyrule. It allows the holder to read the writing on stone tablets. Alright. So you're not helping me that much. You're just giving me the same so what about you? We need to go here. Path to the Dark World. That's too much. Okay. Instructions on how to obtain 3 pendants are written on stone monuments. The information is rendered in the ancient Hylian script. To depict it, one must acquire Book of Mudora from Kakariko village. Okay, you are not giving me that much as I was hoping, because I believe that it was... Because, yeah, it's like the Book of Mudora is used to read the ancient Hylian language, and that was kind of a thing like how the prologue also approached, that the Book of Mudora was used to translate the ancient scripts from previous previous race, how they explained the events of imprisoning war. So basically, it goes to a legend part. And this is the thing, like, why retconning makes so difficult to like analyze in the same level from like a consider like what I try to mean, like really difficult to say that the continuity, like fixing the continuity features when the continuity features are as same as us trying to understand how ancient Egyptian mythos worked and how they lived. So it's kind of like obviously we will in like we don't understand all. We have some papers that we are and most likely we have not understood everything correctly. I have no idea, like for example, but like but no, like a bit, there are many other races that we just find that okay, here's a doomed of a tribe that we did not know that existed. Well, we thought that it was already vanished by this time or something like that. So it's basically I should just focus on, because I know that I will die next dungeon. This is the beautiful part of the game when everything wants to kill you. And the game just doesn't give you enough health. It gives health whenever you have full hearts. Yeah. Yeah, I should be okay. I'm just afraid of the desert part. Nothing else, nothing else. And why did I loop? Because this rock, they decided to soft lock me otherwise. I don't know if that's something I need to pay attention to. Oh, finally. But yeah, like that's why I bought like the biggest issue right now from retconning perspective has been for this like it's not only that do I find retcons, but it's more like it's not like the developers are not erasing the history, and they are not like thinking that no, like nothing, like previous matters did not happen. Here, for example, like but okay, A Link to the Past is speaking about originally 7 wise men and golden land. Yeah, those were adjusted to be sacred realm and sages in the remake. But the question is not that Nintendo did not use those terms. As far as I understood, that was how, like, originally it was, like, in Japanese. In Japanese. Japan, like a Japanese version of A Link to the Past, they used those terms, but it was. What? Okay, here it is. Okay, I was going to do like how I'm so missing the point. I'm missing many points, but I mean like where I need to go. Thank you for heart. A prime example how ancient Hyrule looks like Hylian, ancient Hylian language. And then when I use, I need to use the book. Hopes. To open the way to go forward, make your wish here, and it will be granted. So I believe here also they decided to translate "pray for the gods," and it was originally "pray," and they changed the religious tone. Like Nintendo of America, when they translated the game to English, they decided to tone down the religious tones of it because of the Christianity and that kind of shenanigans that happened around that time. So that's why here, like Link is praying, not wishing. That's why it was like a stages are too Eastern and religious. They decided to go with the Christian part of wise men. Temples, I believe that they were also stated here, but they became a palaces or something, and I'm not fully sure about that. But it goes for Sacred Realm, was translated to be Golden Land because it was kind of easy to take. And then when Ocarina of Time hit to the ground and they showcase this is the sacred realm. These are sages, and you cannot call them as a wise man because couple of them are, majority of them are actually female. Zelda, Saria, Ruto, Impa, and Naburu. Only Darunia, and there's only 2 men, 5 female. So it's kind of difficult to say wise men in that case. Go with the sages. And this is how you open this one. Good. Cool, and now I'm blocked. And it was first like a Triforce, and now it's the low rules part. And yeah, bombs. There's no bomb back in the game. As soon as you pick your first bombs, you get bombs, and I have 2. So alright, in next one I will continue, but just to conclude here. From retconning perspective, basically how our thesis is going is that Zelda itself, like Zelda franchise, even if retcon is happening, it cannot be explored in the same sense as the other retcon definitions have been, because like slight changes that they have made, they are more likely to align the correct translations if we consider English translations. And the other things, like for example here when Hylia is speaking about people, and then in Skyward Sword it's actually stated that Hylia was a goddess. It's not only how many games we have between, but also like from timeline perspective, like how long has it been from Skyward Sword, in-game world, in-game time from this perspective. So it returns to the point here, like the Skyward Sword and A Link to the Past, the gap can be even longer than we have right now with ancient Egyptians. So basically, is it so weird to understand that the information, and especially if it's kind of old language and with wars and everything papers get destroyed, and the oral storytelling, it adjusts always to match the current times norms and codes and whatever. And that is the kind of thing, like also Kalevala, as far as I understood, even if it's considered like a episode of Finnish culture and okay, Karelian, but still, it is still retconned because it was retconned already when Lönnrot decided collected that, because it was oral tradition to pass those stories, and those oral stories were always depending on how different people, and that's kind of a thing. So it returns to that point. Like even Kalevala itself is a good example from. It's too late to add actually Kalevala as an example, find a study about how Kalevala, even if it's the first book, it was already retconned. The whole Bible should be the easiest example, but yeah, that's what I mean. And developers with Zelda has been focused really on that one, and they have and that's why it's easy to make, and it fits their design philosophies of first gameplay, then making sure that it has the Zelda feeling, and then make sure that the bigger continuity issues are not there. For example, Zelda being Ganondorf's sister, even if that would be interesting take, but yeah, whatever. Let's go now, let's continue with this topic.